Alright, so if you have one of these on your irrigation system, this is your backflow device. It's actually called an RP, or reduced pressure assembly. There's a few things you want to pay attention to in the winter time when we get to some freezing temperatures. And it all depends on how cold it gets and the amount of time. If they've got some type of insulation to them, or the bags, the insulator covers, those can withstand quite a bit more. But either way, if we're down pretty low for an extended period of time, you're going to want to turn this off during the freeze and drain it out. And I'm going to show you right now how to do that. So first you want to identify where it's at. Normally it's going to be around the water meter up front or against your house somewhere. But what you're looking for is this device. It's got two valves on it. These we will not touch. What we're looking for are the two drain valves, which you may or may not have these. But the important part is your isolation valve right here. So what you're going to do is actually turn this off. And now there will not be any irrigation water running through your system. So what we can do is turn these on to drain. And you'll just leave them open during the freeze. And as soon as the freeze is over, you can go ahead and close these up and then turn the system back on. You don't want to leave your system off all winter because your plants and grass do need some water throughout the winter. But I'll show you, go ahead and show you real quick. You just close these back off. And then we will turn the isolation valve slowly back on. And now we have water through the system. If for some reason you don't have these drain valves, what you want to do is go ahead and close the isolation valve and then turn your system on for about a minute. Then you can turn it off. That'll pull some of the water out of this and help with the freeze. You always want to make sure to turn your controller in the off position and not run it without water in the system. Hopefully these tips help, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and we'll get it answered. Thank you. And just to be clear, not everybody has this type of backflow. These are specifically for anybody that has a contaminated water source on the property. In the state of Texas, we're required to use these if you have something like septic, rainwater catch, or even a fertigation system. They just have an extra fail-safe in there in case the check valves on it fail. It'll dump the water straight on the ground so it doesn't get back in the city supply. Most of the people are going to have a double check valve, which will be in the ground, normally in a large rectangle green lid. Those you do not have to worry about freezing. You can leave your system on all winter. It's specifically for the RP devices that are up in the air. And we're mainly referring to hard freezes. If we're below 32 for over 24 hours, then you need to worry about these. If we drop below 25 degrees for 4 or 6 hours, then you also need to worry about it.